Hi guys, Shenge here. Welcome to my channel. We are going on with our nyayas. So far we've spoken about the schools that I've attended and the work experience that I've had over the past couple of years. And today we're going to zone in on how I actually started dance because that is part of what I still do today. I absolutely love it. I live for it. And it's one thing that consistently fills my cup when I get overwhelmed by adulting, motherhood, Zim, and just everything. So, when I decided that I want to try to take up dance seriously, I was just talking to a few people, and these people were Eve. Like, guys, Eve is like an icon. She is the beast when it comes to fitness. So I have so much love and respect for Eve. There is no Chenge without Eve. And for that, I am so grateful. At the time, I was going to her gym because I wanted to get fit. And because I was getting so overwhelmed at my corporate job, it was part of me dealing with the stresses of being in the advertising industry. So I would go to the gym first thing in the morning at like 5, and then by 6 I was out heading to the office. So when I was now at that stage where I was fed up and I didn't want to work in corporate anymore, I started having conversations with Eve about, fitness and dance. And she was really encouraging in saying, you know what, if you are so convicted about this, then you might as well try it out. And then the other person that was so pivotal in my journey was Prayer Soul. So Prayer Soul, thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you, brother, and keep pushing. He is an amazing creative. So please check him out. So I was having conversations with Prayer Soul because we were actually going to the gym together at the time. And then he was just like, Chenge, why don't you start? Just start, because I was so in my head about it, and I was like, okay, but I don't know how much to charge people and I don't know where to do it. And he really was on my case to say, Sha, if you're saying you're serious about this, then you need to get started. So he was really holding me accountable when it comes to doing the things that I needed to do. So he was like, okay, first of all, you need a studio. I'm giving you today. By the next 2-3 days, I need you to come back to me and tell me, Kuti, you found space. And then I did that. And then I was like, okay, but I don't know what I'm going to do with the people. And then he was just like, you know what? You need to do this session for free. That way, you get people coming to your class. And then once they come to your class, then you can do your fact finding, print out forms, print out questionnaires, and then people can fill them out once they see the value that you have to give. And then you can get like genuine feedback about what you're trying to do. And then I was like, you know what? Okay, let's do it. So at the time, then I did my research. I booked the National Ballet in Belgravia, and to this day, I still do my sessions there. Guys, it's been such a journey. Just thinking back at this moment, it's crazy. And I think this was like 2018, 19. I don't quite remember. I think it was 2018. Yeah, because 2019 life was a little bit different. But yeah, I think it was 2018 December. That's when I started. And I think it was actually the 1st of December. And then I asked around, some of the business people that I had worked with before, to say, may I please have giveaways for the people that will be coming to my class. So I really tried to, add value, even though it was a free class. Guys, that class was full and it was such a vibe. So at the time, I think at the time, Instagram and Facebook had Chop Daily. And on Chop Daily, you would see classes from Nigeria, classes from Ghana. So that's where I'd get my inspiration from. And I was imagining, what I would see from those countries happening right here in Zim. And then for that first class, it was exactly that. I had dancers that came out to support me. My friends came out to support me. Prayer Soul and his family came out to support me. I was just like, yo, guys, it was just such a beautiful experience. But then life happens after, when reality hits, and now you have to start charging people money. And then, guys, I booked my classes. I wanted to do my classes every single weekend. And in hindsight, to me, it made sense. But then I guess the market wasn't ready for that kind of consistency when it comes to my classes. So at this point, I have my classes once a month, and I always have people saying, no, but you need to do more. These are so fun. These are so nice. And I'm just like, me, I know where I came from. And you guys, if you don't show up, I do not have the chest to deal with that. I dealt with it multiple times when I was starting out. And now I know myself, I know my people, and it is what it is. We will continue to do once a month until, yeah, sometimes we have unique cases. But for now, that's what works because that's what I saw when I started. So then it got to a point where I now started charging. I think when I started charging my classes back in 2018 into 2019, yes, my classes were like $3, if not $2. And there was a time where we were using Zim dollar, and I think it was like 30. Do I even remember what it was called? 30 ZW, something like that. Anyway, I don't know. It's complicated. But yeah, classes were so cheap, guys. But then clients were so difficult and they were so disrespectful in that they would not even just be courteous enough to tell me that they don't want to come. So to only now are people getting used to the idea of prepaying and pre-booking. But back then, it wasn't a thing. So people would book, you'd get maybe 5 bookings because I didn't get plenty. You get 5 bookings and then you get to the studio. You wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Guys, where are you? Oh, I'm not coming anymore. Excuse me? Hello? What am I supposed to do with that? I've already booked studio time. So I must pay. I'm operating at a loss. And I have, already set up, the class in my mind. So I've done all this work before, only for you to cancel on me. It was so heartbreaking. It was so annoying. It was so frustrating. And it would happen so many times that I got to a point where I just got used to the disappointment, to be very honest. And I was just like, if people come, they come. If they don't, they don't. And recently I have been posting on my social media, and you'll see that I even had classes with 4 people, with 5 people. So these were not big classes at all, guys. And it was just tough. It was really, really tough. And to be honest, it was just God. In those seasons, it was God, because I don't even know how I managed to survive, because there was no income, and I just left a job out of emotions because I just couldn't handle it anymore. I would not recommend that. That was not wise. Just quitting a job out of emotions? Like, that was crazy business. But then I moved off of faith and I moved off of delulu. I was delusional. I was just like, you know what? I know this is going to work. But somehow God sustained me, because then we would get some gigs here and there that would pay a bit more, working with artists, and that would pay a bit more. And then I ended up getting into fitness. But still on the dance part, it has, yeah, it has been a journey, guys. So now, I did say in the last video that I've had my biggest class to date, and it has had 41 amazing beings. And I looked back and I got to a point in my last class where I just got so overwhelmed and so emotional. I almost cried, but I didn't, because thug life. I just was like, this me? God, this me? With no sponsor, with no funny business, no antiques, no trying to oversell, just pure dance and pure vibes and consistency. No, God is good. So I dance because I love it. That is the gift that God gave me. And I know that I would not be living up to my fullest potential if I am not living within my purpose. So dance is my purpose. And I know I'm good at speaking, and this is another avenue that I will be taking seriously. I'm hoping that I can get at least one event a month so that that side of me can grow. Because I mean, now the more I speak, the more I see that I actually have more value to give in conversations and the life experience that I've had so far. But dance has always been my first love, and I have been so stubborn and so delusional and so consistent because in an environment like ours, not a lot of people make it when it comes to dance. It is so difficult. I've had conversations with people. One of my good young brothers, Anesu David, shout out to you. He runs Digital Street. We had a conversation, I think 2-3 years ago, and we were just talking about dance and the reality of it. And he is very, very talented in the media side, and he now chased that route, and it's working out for him. So sometimes just because you see someone doing something, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's also going to work for you. It seems easy on the outside, but on the reality on the ground is these things are so, so difficult. And even just the creative process, guys, creative process is difficult. Sometimes I get to the week of the class, I'll have a month to prepare, and I will know a song that I want to work with. And then I just wake up one day close to class, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm not vibing with this song anymore. And people want an experience. They want the Chenge experience. They want the Afrobeats dance class experience. And sometimes I'm going through my own personal problems. You know, there are times when I have taught class with a broken heart. There are times when I've taught class going through so much stress. But then you won't know and you won't tell, because at the end of the day, people don't care. If people are paying for a service, they want a good service. But then as a creative and as now someone who is somewhat popular and well known, you can't afford to have a bad day. I cannot have a bad day. And it's really unfortunate. It sucks. I'm grateful, you know, for the interactions and the people that get excited when they see me. But it's so difficult, guys. It is so hard because sometimes munhu unenge wakaremerwa. Life ichita life like it does to all of us. But you can't afford to have a bad day when someone has seen you and they're excited. And even on social media now, at least when I see nonsense, I just block and go. So even when you throw an offside to me, I'm just like, what do you want me to do? I'm not going to retaliate because I've built this life brick by brick by brick, and I am not going to destroy it over a comment on social media, over being petty. But sometimes I'm also human, and sometimes I'll just be like, I need to fight for myself. I need to stand up for myself. But at the end of the day, it's life, and I'm learning on the go. But yeah, I am so glad that I pursued my passion and that I continue to pursue it, because I am impacting people positively, and I see it. I see it every month. I see it every week. And for those of you guys that will be saying, hey, we're coming, come. Come. Why are you tempting me? Come. Why are you threatening me? We are coming there. Come. You know where to find me. Stop the excuses. Otherwise, because guess what? I wasn't expecting you anyway, and it's okay. The first thing out of your mouth doesn't have to be Chenge, I'm going to come to your class. You don't have to say that. You can just say hi. And then it's fine. It's okay. Because it's actually heartbreaking for you to raise an expectation, knowing full well that you're actually not going to do anything with it. It's cruel, guys. It's not nice. So don't do that to us creators. Don't do that to us people who are running businesses. Because the next time I see you, guess what? You're going to start, coming at me like, no, but I'm coming. And I'm like, but you didn't even have to say that. I'm not expecting you to. It's not an expectation on my part. Because guess what? The people that want to experience my experiences, they will show up. And they don't threaten. They'll just say, how much? I will be there. And then they'll be there. So yeah, guys. Thank you so much for watching again. I absolutely love engaging with you guys. And thank you so much. The platform is growing. Like, it's actually insane. I was just celebrating 800 yesterday, and now we're already on 900. Like, y'all want me to buy a 1,000 subscribers cake already? don't tempt me because I will do it. But thank you so much, guys. May the blessings of God be plenty in your lives. May you be blessed upon blessed upon blessed upon blessed, because you deserve it. And remember to make absolutely no excuses when it comes to you. And in case nobody told you today, you are sexy, you are fierce, you are beautiful, you are smart, and you are worthy of genuine love, attention, and affection. And remember that you are enough. You always have been, and you always will be. Remember to share this with a friend, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.